Hey everybody, it's your girl Nail. Welcome to Simply Nail's Tiny Studio. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'll wait. Thank you. And to all of those or all of you who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, my tiny studio friends. Today we have some royal news, innuendo, rumor, gossip, commentary for you today. Now, what I like to do is to also, reveal my sources or, let you know where you can find and locate all of this information just like I did. Because, there's been a lot of stuff going on lately here on the YouTube landscape. People are getting sued left and right for defamation and all this other stuff. So, you know what? That's not how it's going to be going down here in the tiny studio. I'm just going to tell you where you can find the information and then you can do with it whatever you want to. Okay? Okay. Because Simply Nails Tiny Studio, we're about making the money, not giving it away. Not frivolously giving it away because somebody in the tiny studio is talking out on the other side of their mouth, or like my mom used to say, out the side of their neck. And that what that means is that I don't want to be on here telling lies. That's what I'm really talking about. I want to make sure that whatever I say can be verified. And that's how we keep things legal and safe here in the tiny studio, because I don't want the smoke. I don't want no smoke. I'm just here, just doing my own thing in my section of Beyonce's internet. You know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, today we're going to be talking about some royal news and gossip that you may have already heard, or maybe this will be new to you as it was new to me. Now, the rumor mill last week churning around the royal family, there were two different topics, but we're only going to talk about one in this particular video, and we'll talk about the next one in another video. But this particular rumor was that King Charles has sent an eviction notice to his son Prince Harry and Meghan Markle recently. Now, as you know, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle married, Queen Elizabeth gave them permission to use or to reside at Frogmore Cottage. That was their home. And I'm trying to remember, I think that in their Netflix documentary, they showed footage of Frogmore Cottage. Now, hopefully you have already seen the documentary about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And because if you have not, then what I'm going to say, you know, everything after this, you may not quite understand. So you might have to do a little research. But those of you who have seen the documentary, then you will know that Frogmore Cottage is a very, very small house. It's not a mansion. It's not, it's not anything like that. It was very, very small. Okay. And I think that there was a scene um, where they said that Oprah came to visit them. And when she saw how small the place was, she couldn't believe it because it was very, very small. And so that is where uh, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were living full time. And then whenever they traveled, after they moved to Canada and then moved to the US, whenever they traveled back home, their residence would be right there at Frogmore Cottage. Well, King Charles issued an eviction notice to Prince Harry and to Meghan Markle back in January. But we're right now just getting whiff of it because Prince Harry And Meghan Markle's representatives have now spoken, confirmed it and spoken about it. So here's the plan. Of course, when King Charles issued that eviction notice, it happened right after the release, or some say it was the day of, but it happened right around the time that Prince Harry's book called Spare was released. So that is when the official eviction notice occurred. Okay. And, I mean, it's not like they were living there anyway. It's not like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were living full time at Frogmore Cottage anyway, right? I mean, they have a beautiful palatial residence over in California somewhere. So it's not like they were there anyway. And on top of that, of course, you know that there's going to be some kind of fallout. There was going to be some type of fallout after Prince Harry released his book, of course. So, it was to be expected. So I'm guessing that if Meghan and Prince Harry are invited to the coronation in May, which this is March, we just entered the month of March, so the coronation is in less than 2 months now, right? 2.5 months. Wow. It's really coming upon us, right? It really is. Time is truly moving on. So anyway, let me read to you the statement that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle released to the press regarding getting that eviction notice. Okay, here we go. We can confirm the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been requested to vacate their residence at Frogmore Cottage, a spokesperson for the couple said. So, here's the thing. Allegedly, sources have told Fox News Digital that Prince Andrew is upset about all of this tea right here. And let me explain to you why he's upset about this whole eviction thing. Not Prince Harry, but Prince Andrew. And the reason why Prince Andrew is upset about this is because King Charles is planning to evict Prince Andrew from his residence at the Royal Lodge. The Royal Lodge is a huge palatial estate mansion that has over 30 bedrooms. Okay? So King Charles is planning to allegedly evict Prince Andrew from the Royal Lodge. And since Harry is going to be vacating Frogmore Cottage, now Prince Andrew is going to be allegedly taking up residence there. And that's why Prince Andrew is upset. Sources are saying that he is allegedly resisting having to move from the Royal Lodge into Frogmore Cottage. And as I said before, Frogmore Cottage is teeny tiny. So, coming from such a large estate as the Royal Lodge, 30 bedrooms, probably countless other rooms on top of that, moving from there to a tiny cottage, just think of it like this. This is where Prince Andrew is right now, at the Royal Lodge. And here's where King Charles wants him to be, in Frogmore Cottage. So you may be wondering, why is all of this happening? Well, it's like killing two birds with one stone. I mean, we all know about all the things that went down with, or allegedly went down with Prince Andrew, right? You'll have to do some research on that. The YouTube guys don't want me getting all into the technicalities of it. But let's just say there has been some allegations thrown at Prince Andrew because of his affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Do you guys remember all of that? You remember that drama? Mm-hmm. And who was Jeffrey Epstein's friend? I think her name was Gillian Maxwell. She's serving time right now in prison. But anyhow, Prince Andrew was allegedly connected to that whole little situation of SA allegations. And that kind of threw a lot of negative publicity towards Buckingham Palace. Now, while the Queen was alive, I believe that she stripped Prince Andrew of some of his duties and titles, but not a lot because that's her son. She's only going to do so much. But now that the Queen has passed on, and you know, King Charles is in charge. King Charles is going to, or it looks like he is going to, handle his brother in a way that he probably felt that his mother should have, but didn't. So there goes that beautiful, beautiful mansion at Royal Lodge. And now that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be officially moving out of Frogmore Cottage, I'm guessing that with Prince Andrew allegedly getting ready to be placed at Frogmore Cottage, I'm guessing this is King Charles's way of handling the situation with his brother and letting his brother know that, what you did or what has been alleged that you did, I ain't with it. So, you get on over there in that little tiny cottage. And I wonder if Prince Andrew somehow negotiates his way out of having to reside at Frogmore Cottage. I wonder where King Charles, what place he would select for Prince Andrew to live. Or I wonder if Prince Andrew will want to, move into one of the rooms at Buckingham Palace, or maybe at Kensington Palace. Who knows? Who knows? I'm thinking that King Charles probably will not want Prince Andrew that close to him. But I mean, if you're going to kick your little brother out of a beautiful palatial estate and put him into a tiny box, I mean, wow, that's real dirty. That's real dirty. I'm thinking that he has Prince Andrew has been living at the Royal Lodge for a very long time. I would have to do some research on that. But at one point in time, wasn't he living there? Wasn't Prince Andrew living at Royal Lodge with his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson? Because they had this unconventional divorce thing going on because they were divorced but they were still living together. And I'm thinking that it was at the Royal Lodge. So Prince Andrew, if I'm correct, Prince Andrew has been staying at the Royal Lodge now for, over 30 years. And this is going to be quite the adjustment that Prince Andrew is going to have to make. But on the other hand, where do you think Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and their children are going to be residing come coronation time? Sources also have said that more than likely, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be extending an invitation to the coronation. However, where are they going to be staying at now? No, there's going to be no Frogmore Cottage. So are they going to be staying somewhere, in a few rooms at Buckingham Palace, or are they going to be staying at Kensington Palace? I think I've read somewhere that, the royal family has, well, of course, tons of property. So I'm sure they'll find some place for them to stay. But and it might just be an upgrade from Frogmore Cottage, because that house is so small. But we shall see how things turn out very, very soon. And if you want to look up that information, I found that information at foxnews.com, and they have a really good story about it. And this is what a source told Fox News Digital about Andrew having to move, or maybe having to move into the recently vacated Frogmore Cottage. Quote, this source said, "It doesn't surprise me at all that Andrew will be reluctant to move out of his baronial digs at Royal Lodge and into much more modest quarters at Frogmore Cottage." And this is what author of The King, Christopher Anderson, told Fox News Digital. He also said, his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, doted on Andrew and indulged his every lavish whim. Unfortunately for the Duke of York, there's a new sheriff in town. Right now, Charles is making good on his promise to streamline the monarchy by cutting expenses. I'm sure Andrew will not be the only member of the royal family whose belt will be tightened by the new monarch. I told you. I said that, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, that's my honey in the background. He's joining me here in the tiny studio. But as I said before, Queen Elizabeth, with all of those essay allegations going on against Prince Andrew, and those pictures that came out with him linked with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, all of that stuff, all that nasty, crazy stuff started coming out. Queen Elizabeth, she only did the least in reference to all of those things with her son, because that was her son. He's next to the baby. Of course, she's not going to be, she didn't really do too much to him, in regards to those allegations. I don't know if she believed them or not, but now that King Charles is on the throne, his mother has passed on, it seems like King Charles is going to be a lot more stern where it comes to his little brother. And I think that possibly, allegedly, sticking him from a 30-plus bedroom palatial estate into a teeny tiny house. I mean, come on, King Charles. But, sometimes that's what big brothers and big sisters do, huh? But that's all the gossip I have today on the royal family. Check me out in another video, and we're going to get into King Charles's coronation party and weekend, and we're going to get into that because, there are some things going on that we need to get into it. So check me out in another video coming up on Simply Nails Tiny Studio, and we'll get into more royal gossip and news and innuendos and allegations, plus commentary. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And remember, I got this information. My source was Fox News Digital, and you can go there and reference that yourself at foxnews.com, because you know Nell doesn't want any smoke. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.